Okay, so here's the second die, the smaller die. Press that guy in there. And this is the plunger here. Oh, I forgot. How far can you press? I'm not that critical with the arbor, but we're looking at about the just before the first line there. I'll know I hit bottom. You can feel it though with the arbor press. That's the problem with hydraulic. You can't always feel it. I mean, one little movement of the finger and you're pushing 6,000 pounds. So, all right. Call that good. I noticed with the brass coins, so with the silver coins, one anneal is good per press. Look at that. It's like a bronze, silver, Teflon bullet. So cool. What was I talking about? Oh, the silver coins. You could do one anneal per press per plunger, but with the brass, you might need to do a couple of anneals as you get smaller per plunger press. You could probably get away with it if you have the hydraulic, but for the arbor, if you're noticing it's like, oh man, it's so tough to press, then you just have to anneal more. That's kind of what I'm learning, is kind of the basic things to remember for the Swedish press. Lots of annealing, lots of Teflon. What else? Make sure the reed is covered completely by the plunger, and something else I'll remember maybe. Anyways, that's what I remember. So those are the most important three, I guess. So there's the first press and the second die. So now I'm going to check, go to my second plunger for this die, and that's good. That's totally good. But again, for safety's sake, I'll reduce it down a little bit more just to be sure, but that's fine. Alright, so I'm going to reduce, anneal, and wrap. Yeah, that was no problem reducing. Using the 17 degree, now I'm at, what was I at? 1.2 17 degree die. So I'm switching over to the bigger, thicker, wider tape. This is the military grade. I'm going to do less wraps. 9, 8, 9, 10. This stuff, I don't know if it's worth the money. It's a lot more than the other stuff. So I don't know. Use less, but just a little more difficult to get. Okay, so we're going to the second plunger in the second die. The second die in the second plunger. So I want to set that in and then measure the top one. So we're about 3 lines down. So things are going to get a little bit more crazy. More pressures are involved. It's still very doable. Again, better to anneal too often than not enough. So if it feels like something's wrong, it's too hard, then just take it out and anneal it. Look at that, getting smaller. That is so cool. You can see how that Teflon really protects that reed. It's just amazing. Protects everything. Oh, that's one thing. I was trying to figure out the physics behind all this, and I'm thinking that when the Teflon is compressed, it actually turns into a hard plastic, and so that fills the inside of the detail, but then you have layers of the Teflon plastic on top of the detail, and so the pressure, like everything is encased in the Teflon or plastic at that point, And also the Teflon acts as a lubricant, so it helps everything to slide. Another reason for the 5 degree, it just slides a lot easier, less pressure is involved. So there it is, we're getting down. Okay, this is the second plunger, second die. We're at a size 5 already, so that's way past, you know, anything I can wear. But again, like if you're shooting for a size 2, then this would be a good time to start in on your 17 degree and 25 degree to kind of round everything out, make it look nice. Oh, and something else I should have shown you. Maybe I'll do it. I don't know. You can take the coin, so we're pressing from the reed side, right? What you can do while it's still wrapped in the Teflon, you could flip it over and press down, and that actually gets everything perfectly straight, which is awesome if you want a straight band ring. So that's really cool, where you don't even have to take it, you know, depending on the look you want, you can do everything right here on the Swede die. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead, wrap it. I'm not even going to anneal it. I'm just going to go ahead and wrap it back up, stick it back in there. But one thing you want to be careful of is that if you put more pressure on the cut side of the coin, you take a higher chance of the band actually buckling, which is not good. So be careful doing that. I probably should have annealed it, but heck, we're doing a test, right? So we'll see what happens. So second die, we're going on the cut side, so it is narrower, but I can feel that it's completely covering the cut side of the ring or the coin. So let's run this experiment. This is fun. It's like live action almost. So I'm going to kind of go off of pressure. I'm not going to go crazy with it. I'm just going to, I can feel it kind of squishing down. So let's see what happened. Yeah, there we go. So that straightened it out. That's something else you can do. Just make sure if you're pressing from the cut side, just be careful. Don't use too much pressure. The reed side's best, but you know, feel free to experiment. It's cool. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna check it with the third and last plunger for the second die. And actually, because I did that, maybe that's a better way. Maybe you just gonna flip it and I don't know, put it in the Swede die. But that's gonna cover enough of the ring to press. So I'm going to go ahead and anneal, wrap, and then we'll press it through with the very last die, or sorry, very last plunger on the very last die, and see how small we can get it. Okay, so I checked it with a small plunger, did that, it's annealed, did that, it's wrapped, did that, folded the Teflon over, did that. Alright, so now we're ready. We'll go for the second die here, last plunger. This is it. Cinderella story. Out of nowhere. Alright, so get that all nice and centered. We'll do the second and do the third up top. Make sure we got enough room here. I'll move the camera. Okay, here we go. Here we go, coming out now. Probably doing, I don't know, 15, 20 pounds. Not bad. Can go a lot more. There you go. So it usually happens. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Thank you, Mikhail. Total rock star. Detail is completely saved. So that's what it would look like finished. I put it on the 17 and 25 degree. Right now that's a size 1, maybe 1.5. This isn't even registered. I had to use calipers. That's like a double or triple lot. But totally cool. I mean, so now you can get the biggest coins down to the smallest size. That is so sweet. Well, thanks guys for watching. That was a lot of fun. Yeah, when I first saw that, it's like, oh my gosh, it's, you know, so cool. Because that was a really big problem, you know, couldn't get the size down. You know, had a woman want a size 6 walking lib. It's like, oh man, I can't do it. It just doesn't look right. But now you can. So, oh, and here's a bonus to go from the smallest. Now, let's go to the biggest. I got a lot of people asking about how to make rings bigger. Now we got them figured out how to make smaller. And it's like a dozen people in 1 week. And what I've been doing is wrapping leather around the expanding mandrel. Well, that, you know, it's kind of cheesy. Works, but not so good. I can get to size 18, 19 maybe, you know, praying. Remember Skylar Jenkins did a video, and then Adam McKinney did as well. And a gentleman, Chris Harrison, came up basically the same idea. So it's like, okay, we got to jump on this. So here it is, the Mega Stretcher. Looks kind of funky, but works really good. Basically, you slip this over your ring stretcher, and you're able to make ginormous rings for NFL players, or napkin holders, or huge ear gauges, or whatever you want. So, pretty cool. Fujio dollar, brass. How can I show them all? I don't know what I'm doing. Fujio dollar. You want a big, or do you want a small? Your call. All right. Thanks, guys. I'll have. I'm going to rewrite the manual. Get that out there for people. Again, if you purchase one, just ask for a renewal. I'm going to have all these steps listed out, so it's written down. You can see it on black and white paper with pictures. So be sure to get the manual if you haven't purchased it, or ask for the new edition, edition 42. What else? And also have the dies up for sale. These things are, and big thanks again to Bob and Russ. I mean, these things are really works of art. They're tools, they're efficiently made, beautiful design, just beautiful tools. So thank you guys. Have those available on Jason's Works on Etsy. Also the other tools, the Mega Stretcher will be available. And always coming out with new tools. I have a few in line that are going to be awesome too. So thanks for watching, and subscribe if you haven't. Talk to you soon. Bye.